Hi out there, brothers and sisters in the YouTube community. If you tuned into this channel, you tuned into it because this is the one where you know you're going to get true critical thinking. Wow, I was looking into reading some of my comments, and someone commented that I needed to make my videos a little shorter. And so far, I haven't mastered that yet. And like I explained to you, this is all new to me. But I did create this channel for a reason. And like I said, I may say this, and as a matter of fact, I know I'm going to say it a few more times. I created this channel out of a need, first, to counter the negative information that was being dumped on black people concerning the issues of America. Now, I felt that I had to address this out of a critical need, because when I do look at some of the information that's pouring out about us, I do realize, yeah, we're in a state of emergency, but it's not like we can't turn this around in some form or fashion. Now, I'm just not on here talking. I'm really out in my community communicating with other people, other black people, and in other, let's say, ethnic groups that can speak English. And yeah, right now I'm learning Spanish. As a matter of fact, because I stay in California, and I've been out here a while, but I truly think it's time I get a little better about speaking Spanish. So I invested in that Rosetta Stone, because I just want to, that's me personally, just putting some information out there about myself still. But I also want to deal with political issues concerning our community, because we truly are lost in the land of politics, and we've been involved truly as a race. We've really only been we're in the political wilderness, so to speak, because we've only really truly been involved in politics, so to say, for about good 45, 50 years, as far as our true acceptance into the political system. And somewhat proof of that is the 64-65 voting rights issue that got signed into law. But anyway, so we're babes in the woods politically, but black people, we do have to understand what politics is. And another, because I have discussions with other black people, and I just don't want to just say black people, but this is my concern. You know, when I just say black people, I'm just not saying, that's all. I don't talk to nobody else. Come on, people. This is America, you know. So anyway, moving forward, when I'm talking about politics, first I had to get an understanding what politics are. And a friend of mine brought it to my understanding through his study. He said, "Look, do you really understand what politics?" I told him no. He says, "Well, let me really give you the definition of politics." I said, "Hey, man, I'm ready. Let me hear it." And he told me, this is what Chairman Mao in China described politics as. He said, "Politics is war without bloodshed." People, so you better understand these different parties that you're committing yourselves to. When you get into these parties, matter of fact, I'm going to keep it real right here. I'm no longer a member of the Democratic National Party. They got my last vote with President Obama. As a matter of fact, he's pretty much what I'll be going into through this in this video. I've decided to step back and take a page from Minister Malcolm X. He told me, look, it's okay to register your vote. He says, but that don't mean you have to use that vote on any particular candidate. You are registered into their system. So when I go to the polls all the time, I don't all the time going and necessarily to vote for a candidate. Sometimes there are certain political issues on the ballots, propositions, and all these particular issues on that ballot that I go vote on, because that affects my community too. You know, you need to find out if they're trying to cut out your trash service, so to speak. You need to find out if they're going to divert tax dollars away from your community. See, these are issues that can affect your community. So this is why we have to get involved in this war of politics. Once we understand that when you're in a war, that means one side or the other is fighting to win. So the best way for us to get on the winning side is to involve ourselves in this system in some form or fashion, at least understand it. So this is the kind of videos I plan to bring forth to our community. I want to bring in not just bring in a wide variety of information. I want to bring in a wide variety of valuable information. I can stand here and talk garbage all day, but that's not what I'm here to do. Our community is in a state of emergency. Now, for you guys on this channel, if you're not really here to help this community, now whatever your little stick is on this channel, I'm cool with that. But if you're going to use comedy, then make the people really feel your comedy is cool. Don't use your comedy to demean. Comedy is supposed to make people feel good. So let's handle what we're supposed to be doing out here. But I'm out here because I want to really deal with the ills of our community. And like I say, from my first video, we really have some ills on all levels. I don't like to define our groups by class. In other words, I don't like high class. I don't deal with middle class, and I definitely don't deal with that terminology, low class. Look, it ain't about class. Because if it was about, look, there are people who are so-called in the high class, and as far as in character, they are low-class people. And there are people in the lower class category who have more higher in class as far as character than some of the people in the high class group. So I personally define groups by income. Now, if you're in the lower income group, like I said I kind of happen to be right now, as far as income, yeah, I'm in that little group right now, but nonetheless, that doesn't mean, that's the hell has that got to do with how I behave and carry myself? It has nothing to do with my class. So that middle income group and that higher income group, I don't like, that's just me personally. I don't like to define people by class. So when you hear me talk on this channel, if you see me talk about the lower income group, I don't have the figures and the numbers for you. I don't know if the lower income group is $20,000 or less, although if you ain't making that much right now, yeah, well, that's where you are. You're in a lower income category for sure. But anyway, all that aside, my purpose for creating this channel is to bring valuable, useful information. This is what I plan on doing. And as far as getting better on my time and getting right to the topics, that's all a learning process for me. It's all learning. So if my videos are kind of long, just kind of bear with me for right now. And even the content of my videos, sometimes it may come across as I may sound like I'm just ranting all the time. That's not the case. But I'm serious about this. If you see, if you're not, when I'm ranting, you're not hearing it from an angry man. You're hearing it from a man who is serious about his community, who really looks at it like it's in a state of emergency. And he doesn't view it as hopeless. He looks at it as he can turn it around. And some of the information that I plan to share on this channel, it'll be health information. It'll be information about exercising, about holistic medicine, about having to take pharmaceutical medicines. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that our community really needs to hear, and that's what I plan to bring to this community. I plan to help you with information. I will bring in people here on this channel who have knowledge about the issues that affect us. For instance, like how to get our parents, our young so-called lower income group, how to get them more involved in their schools, how to get them more involved with their children, how to help them sit down and oversee our communities, help these young lost mothers along the way. We got some very intelligent black women out here. You can put together little book clubs, all this sort of stuff that can help our community, because yes, our reading levels are low. Yeah, I want to kill that particular message out there. Anything that if you want to hide something from a black person, put it in a book. Oh, no. We're going to debunk all these lies. This is what this channel is here for. I'm going to share information with you, like I said, to help you build block clubs even. And then I'm going to be talking to my lower income brothers. I'm going to put a video out there just for them, helping you. Listen, you need to stay out of jail, brother. Without a doubt. You need to learn how to be a defender in your community. You need to learn how to clean that community up. You need to help put together programs where you can raise money. And these are the kind of issues that I plan to talk about here when we have these situations where our communities look so run down. We don't own those buildings, but we can start getting those landlords in those communities to paint those buildings. And then some of you other people can get around and start planning ways to clean up your block. Get with the city, get with the mayor. Help these people put together programs where you can get together and clean up your community. And I mean, get the so-called, I've heard some of the black conservative YouTubers how dog doo-doo is everywhere and how trash is everywhere. Well, that's because you guys don't know how to get with your politicians in your community and force them to put together programs to help you. You don't need money. You need people. You are supporting doggone politicians who are not doing their work. And they ain't going to do their work if you don't make them do their work. This is what I'm here to, I promise you. This channel here is to help heal my community. But anybody of any color can help us. But you can't run it for us. That's all I'm trying to say. But you can help us. Your suggestions will be welcomed. I promise you. I won't turn you away based on whatever ethnicity you are. If you really want to help turn this problem around, but you can't just come and use us anymore and get your agenda fulfilled and move on about your way. That old game is over now, people. And black people, you stop letting people use you like that. they're not going to really stick with you and be with you. I don't need nobody behind me. And I ain't standing behind anybody. I'm going to do like Dr. King and them guys used to do. I'm going to lock arms and stand there with you. I don't want to be behind you. When the guns start blasting, they going to get me too. But I want to move on. I promise you, like I said, I'm going to try and get better about my time on my videos and the content of what I talk about. After all, like I say, I love this community. And not just the YouTube community, because I don't know nobody out here. But what I mean, I'm talking about this community. I don't look at it as so horrible. No, it's just the black community, even though it shouldn't be, but okay, it appears as an obstacle. But I'm not afraid to face that obstacle. This is not the black man who's going to tell you to go and boycott some doggone world star or something like that. No. And I'm not going to walk through the community with my camera calling you all out of your name. When you see me in my community with my camera, I'm going to be trying to show you some good things about your community. That's all I want to do on this channel. I don't want to show the degradation of your community. Hell, I see that and hear that all the time when I turn on the news or when I listen to the radio or even when I go doggone look on the internet. That's all I hear is people putting black folk down. Well, I'm going to get up under it. I'm going to get up under the pressure and try to resist it. That's what I've done my whole life since I've been on this planet, to resist that madness. That's what we've done as a people since we've been in this country. We've resisted the madness. Now we seem to be done bought into it. A lot of us. Not all of us. But I'm here to remind you, those kind of games are over. If you want to be a participant to Stanley be one of the people, I don't care if you white conservative. I don't care what color conservatism you belong to. Because I don't know how long, but I'm going to deal with these people. I promise you. I'm going to deal with these people. I'm going to make them see, especially the black ones. I'm going to make you see that the garbage you spit about us is just as degrading as what you say, the stuff we do in the lower income. I am determined to show you guys the same foolishness. Because the black man has to get a better character within this community here on YouTube and the one out there that we live in. We have got to start demonstrating a stronger character. And this is what I'm hoping to help to try and rebuild, starting with number one. I've made some mistakes and I've learned about them, but I'm sick of that. And one of my mistakes is I've been silent too long. That's the real issue. A lot of us has been silent too long about the negativity that flows. We've been silent too long, people. And I just don't understand that. And I'm telling you, I've got some stuff we can use. I've really been trying to truly do the thinking outside the box. And like I say, thinking outside the box requires that we don't just dump on our people all the time. Now, if you're doing that, then you're thinking outside the box. But if you not, shut your damn mouth. Now, let me move on to this thing about the president. 1 year ago, about a week ago, he entered the 5th year of his presidency. First year of his second term. And I'm getting back, I guess I'm getting ready to make a comment that I expect to really make some people angry inside, but I don't care. And this is the statement that I'm making. I voted for Barack Hussein Obama simply because he was black. No other reason. But I'll explain my logic. I'll explain it to you. Now, you feel it makes sense or not? Like they said, leave your comments. I voted for him simply because he was black, because in 232 years of politics and 43 white presidential administrations, it was time, America. It was time. And all your excuses that you give are really just pathetic. Please, people, come up with better reasons. Don't give me stuff like you didn't understand his platform. Don't give me stuff like he wasn't all the way black. Don't give me stuff like he ain't done nothing for you. Yeah, I'm going to address at least those three. This platform issue, since that was a reason that y'all stated that we didn't understand that. Okay, let me run through that real quick about this black platform issue, because it was mostly the white conservatives and conservative people saying, well, yeah, y'all just voted for him because he's black. Even the black conservatives, because yeah, I understood his platform. Maybe not completely, but damn, I understood some of the stuff he promised. Okay, he promised health care for everybody else, for everybody. That was one part of his platform he did delivered on. It's law. But for whatever reason, the Republicans are using it as an excuse to jam the man. But I'm not going to go. That's a whole other topic. But nobody else, as far as in my lifetime, has delivered on all their platform promises. I mean, I'm just going to very quickly run through a few of them in my lifetime. And golly, there's what, Kennedy administration and Johnson, and then there was Nixon, and yeah, I'm just trying to think, did any of these people ever deliver on their platforms? And nobody ever really did on their promises. Richard Nixon ran on a platform of law and order. Don't you guys kind of find it weird that the guy who ran on his platform of law and order ended up resigning to escape prosecution? That's a sure enough example of a president who didn't live up to the platform promises. And Ronald Reagan, he committed fraud himself. He made the people come in believing that he was really this strong president, and the only thing he really showed where he had the strength to do was increase the pockets of his wealthy friends. And when he did that, that made him, as far as in the Republican administration, as far as Ronald Reagan is one of the greatest Republican presidents ever, because the only thing that they can only reason that they can give me that fits in with him bearing that title, the only reason they ever tell me, it's not like he did anything in the lines of humanity other than the fact they just tell me, oh, I've never made more money than I did with Ronald Reagan. So that's his legacy. He filled y'all's pockets up. That's just something Republicans do. But still, he came in on a fraud. He came in like doing backhanded deals with the so-called enemy, trading weapons, and then using that as that deal to make them part of the negotiation process is to exchange the hostages for guns, but pretend like you did it because you feared my administration. Oh my gosh, that is fraud. And that man went on and bared the title as one of the greatest Republican presidents ever. Oh, come on, guys. Wake up. And then his other buddy, the two Bush guys. He's really not he's the senior Bush, but he's not George Bush Sr. But anyway, the dad. Come on, guys. Remember what he made on his campaign promise? No taxes. He raised taxes. So no president is ever, stop using that as an excuse. We understood his platform. Now, we're well aware that no president has ever delivered all on his promise. And then they say, oh, he promised he'd get us out of the war. And look, that's another thing. Every president since I've been in this world is involved in some kind of war. It was Vietnam and, before that, the Korean conflicts, all these, this war, almost the war on terrorism. It's always some kind of war, so get out of here with that. I'm just saying, you guys, please stop giving these lame reasons. And this next reason is, this is really lame here, folk. To use race to say now you want to identify. You don't want to say he's all black now because his mama's white and he was raised by his white grandmother. Okay, we'll give you that. We'll give you that. Okay, so now you want to say, well, y'all really didn't put an all-black guy in the office. Okay, well, since I am one who will do little light scenarios, I have to sometimes make points. Now, let's strip away all his President Obama fame and all that, just make an everyday brother that's lost in some community anywhere. He could be in any, let's say, racist town, and I'm not going to put this all on. I'm going to give you two different scenarios, but right now we're going to deal with let's just say he's in one of these racist towns, and he encounters a cruel little young skinheads, and the reason why I say that they're impressionable at their time, so they really not. They don't really, those kids, a lot of them, they don't really understand that shit that they into. But nonetheless, they have to show a commitment to put in work, to do some negative stuff to somebody black or more or less, or anybody non-black. But let's say here's a Barack, he's lost in the community, and he may just need to get out and ask some instructions. And here they just see this guy and they just jump out on him and do whatever they have to do to him. Now, the question that comes into mind to me is, are they going to ask him, is your mama white? No, they're not. They're going to beat his behind like it's never ever been whooped in his life. As a matter of fact, if they ask him that and he say his mama white, they really gonna beat all the hell out of him. Maybe kill him. But I don't want to put all the onus on just white racists. No. Let's take that same guy and put him in a situation in a black community that's heavily gang infested. Same situation. Impressionable young youth got to put in work for the gang to show their commitment. And they just run up and they see this black man coming. And they just drop down on him, boom, and just leave him. And of course, in both those situations, I mean, really, are they going to really ask him, hey, man, is your mama white? No. See, because the situation in both those instances, both of those groups left there hurriedly, of course, knowing that they left a black man in the prone position. Do you understand? So stop throwing that in our face about his hair. When y'all start this racial hair splitting stuff? That was the same thing about that Miami Dolphins situation. This man had the nerve to tweet that biracial kid and call the other half of him the N-word, but he didn't think about calling him any of the negative, words that you call a white person. He didn't drop no cracker words or no hunky words or none of that. He didn't do none of that. He didn't think that side of him was all that bad. But now there's this racial hair splitting going on. But the other side, the nigga side of him was bad. But no, he couldn't call him anything really horrible on the white side of him. See, this is the kind of stuff and America doesn't have a race problem? Really? That's not our problem. America's race problem is not black people's problem. It's a white folks' problem. It's not us. I'm sorry. This man is our president. And for you to tell us that he ain't done nothing for you is a slap in our face as far as I'm concerned. And the reason why I felt like he done something for us in that first year he got elected. The one thing he did for us, he made the so-called lowest of the low, as y'all say in our community, in our low-income group, he made those kids who never ever got up a day in their life to go do nothing. They got up on that beautiful morning and pulled their pants up, washed their faces, and got out of that bed and went and made political history. So if nothing else, he did that for us. He motivated the black nation. And number two, he did do something for us. He got elected. Because in 232 years and 43 white administrations, I know when I felt like he did something for me, and a lot of our family members felt like he did something for us. He got elected. That's what we went down there and registered for. That's what we went down there to that polls for and got behind that curtain and pulled that lever for, because we wanted him to win. So two things he did for us that day. We assisted him and he assisted us in setting political history in this country. And that's one that they can't lie about in the history books. They can't take that one away from you, black folk. They can't lie about that one. They got to print it like it is. They have to show the lowest of your low, as they define them beautiful gang kids and those God bless you babies and the children on the black young college campuses that went out there and voted for him. And I thought that was such a beautiful thing, because for many of you, you got to cast your first vote for a black president. Thank you, America. Thank you for that one. You can't deny that he helped us see the true power within our community if we just get on the right page together. There's nothing we can't overcome. People, that's what I'm trying to help you understand. There are people tearing you down all the time, and as fast as they trying to tear you down, I'm just standing there just trying to help keep this foundation strong. I'm not gonna let them tear us down. I'm not. Now I'm gonna let you know. I feel like black conservatives, I created this channel for you at first. And yeah, my next group of videos are coming up. Are going to be dealing with the issues that I have with you as people and how you help this degradation come upon us. Until then, no matter what color you are, because this channel is about healing. I don't care. Invite your racist friends here. Invite your prejudiced friends here. Invite your not so prejudiced friends here. Whoever. Everybody's welcome here if you want to get healed. Because I know I want to be healed. That's why I'm here. And I promise you, I will be giving you information that will be valuable to you. It will be documented, and it'll be coming from a place of truth, from within my spirit. Until then, like I end my videos to the YouTube community, everybody, adults, or your kid, whoever, like I say, it's up to you to stay on those happy trails. And if you can't get there, ask me. I'll try and help you in every way that I can. Love and peace to you, people. And power too.